Good morning, Sean Aqualine. It is time now for the Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Gary Stalls. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Sean.
Last week, we touched base briefly on it, and you were going to do a bit of homework, and we were going to come back to it, and that was the question of remuneration for council and mayor, and that was a bit of a hot topic some time ago.
Yep.
Stirred up the pot a little bit. People are upset about it. But there was a bit of a discussion about the validity of the job, the work that goes in, the time that goes in, and what is a fair value towards it. But then things kind of went south. So where are we at with that?
Finance officer will be putting together a committee to 3 people to sit on a committee that will actually sit down and go over what's being done in other communities, what's valid for here. It will not be in the council realm, and it will be for new council coming in. It's not going to affect the existing council.
Okay. Do you know who those 3 people are?
No, not at this point. We're still working on the terms of reference, or they're working on the terms of reference as to what it should be. They'll figure that out. They'll strike a committee and they'll deal with it.
I'm going to ask this, and you may not be able to answer just yet, but when this group, when they come up with this is why, the rationale behind it, where we came up with this number, will that be disclosed for everyone to kind of get a breakdown of it optically and go, okay, I get it?
Yeah, I believe that it will. It will go to council, and council will ratify it to go. That's what the new remuneration is going to be for the new council going forward. And it'll be all transparent.
Okay, so that's not going to be into effect, though, until next fall or whatever when there's an election.
That's correct.
Okay. You wanted to touch base with the fire chief. There was something he wanted to let everyone know.
Basically, fire chief would like to remind everyone that we're going into the fall and winter heating season. So if you haven't already had your wood stove or fireplace chimney cleaned and inspected, now's the time to get her done. A leaning chimney or a bent flue is an indication of a damaged chimney, and it's unsafe to use until it's repaired. It's important to verify the integrity of your heating appliances in chimneys to prevent home fires. So I think they've already had 1 or 2 chimney fires this year. Really important that people get on that and deal with that. We're going into the flu season. I got a thing from Interior Health today. Influenza vaccines out, so they will be available through your pharmacist, community health care provider, physician, etc. Know that we're in the flu season. Flu shots are going to be available free to anyone who wants to get one.
Were we under or over budget for snow removal last year?
I believe we were over budget. By the same token, it kind of all happened at the last sort of thing. It was kind of hit and miss last year.
I was just wondering if we still had enough in this year's fiscal budget if we have early snow. We had an early snowfall. We were in October.
Yep.
But so far, clearly, we're not there yet. So
yeah, I think we'll be over even before we start this year, but I can't guarantee that sort of thing.
All right. Well, if you have any questions for Mayor Stalls, don't forget you can email him directly at gstalls@revelstoke.ca. You can ask me, and we'll have a chat about whatever it is that's going on. If one person's wondering, there's usually at least 100 inquiring minds that would like to know. Halloween is on Sunday. Don't forget, do not drive fast in the dark. There's going to be kids darting across the road, and parents will give you the death laser stare if you almost clip their kid.
Rightfully so. Everybody be safe out there. Have a good Halloween. We'll talk next week.